Guilty, guilty, guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Not guilty. Guilty.
How do you like that?
All right, who was it? I think we have a right to know.
Excuse me, this was a secret ballot. We agreed on this point, no? If the gentleman wants it to remain a secret.
What do you mean, secret? There were no secrets in here. I know who it was.
What's the matter with you? You come in here and you vote guilty, and then this slick preacher starts to tear your heart out with stories about a poor little kid who just couldn't help becoming a murderer, so you change your vote? That isn't the most sickening.
Now hold it.
Hold it. We're trying to put a guilty man into a chair where he belongs. And all of a sudden we're paying attention to fairy tales?
Now, wait a minute.
Please, I would like to say something. I have always thought a man was entitled to the unpopular opinions in this country. This is the reason I came here. I wanted to have the right to disagree. In my own country, I am ashamed to say that.
What do we have to listen to now? The whole history of your country?
Yeah, how about we try to stick to the subject? If I could ask you, what made you change your vote?
There's nothing for him to tell you. He didn't change his vote. I did. Maybe you'd like to know why.
No, we wouldn't like to know why.
The man wants to talk.
Thank you. This gentleman chose to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. He left the verdict up to us. He gambled for support, and I gave it to him. I want to hear more. Vote is tended to.
That's fine. If the speech is over, let's go on.
Look, buddy, I was a little excited. Well, you know how it is. I didn't mean to get nasty, nothing personal.
Look, supposing you can even answer me this, if the kid didn't kill him, who did?
As far as I know, we're supposed to decide on whether or not the boy on trial is guilty. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives here.
Guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This is an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain what your reasonable doubts are.
This is not easy. So far, it's only a feeling I have. A feeling. Perhaps you don't understand.
A feeling? What are you gonna do? Stand around here and talk about feelings all day? What
Said
about the facts?
You said a mouthful. Look, the man heard the kid yell, "I'm gonna kill you." A second later, he heard his father's body falling. And he saw the boy running out of the house 15 seconds after that.
That's right, and let's not forget the woman across the street. She looked into the open window and saw the boy stab his father. She saw it. Now, if that's not enough for you.
No, that's not enough for me.
How do you like him? He's like talking to a dead phone.
The woman saw the killing through the window of a moving elevated train. The train had 5 cars, and she saw it through the windows of the last 2. She remembers the most insignificant details.
What do you got to say about that?
I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me.
Well, supposing you think about it. Let me a pencil. Your turn. Oh, might as well pass the time.
No, this isn't a game.
Who do you think you are?
All right, let's take it easy.
I've got a good mind to walk around this table and belt him one.
Now, please, I don't want any fights in here.
Did you see him? The nerve, the absolute nerve.
All right, forget it. Don't mean anything.
How about sitting down?
This isn't a game. Who does he think he is?
Now, take a look at this sketch, okay? How long does it take an elevated train to stop going at top speed to pass a given point?
Take a look at that sketch. How long does it take for that sketch to go at a top speed?
How long? Guess.
What has that got to do with anything?
Just give it a guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Okay, well, what do you think?
About 10, 12 seconds maybe.
Okay, I'd say that's a fair guess. Anyone else?
I would think about 10 seconds, perhaps.
About 10 seconds.
All right, say 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
Foreman, do you think that you're a good person?
I do believe I'm a good person. I believe that I'm here to
help us find a safe outcome to this gruesome crime.
And how do you want to be remembered when you pass away?
When I pass away, I hope to be remembered in a positive outlook by all the people that love me, my family, and everyone that is close to me.
Thank you. Juror number 8. What's your greatest fear?
I'd probably say dying without a purpose.
And how would you like to change the world?
I think probably just trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I don't know, try to, I guess, be as good of a person as I can. See like a ripple effect.
Thank you. Juror number 5. Share with us your favorite childhood memory.
My dad used to have this truck, and he would drive my sister and I to the store. And I remember this one time it was kind of broken, and the guy never came to repair it. And so we drove it in the front, the front's kind of just, it's fallen off a little bit, but we're still driving. My sister and I are in the wheel, and he's actually driving it, but he let my sister and I think that we're driving it. I think about that.
So you're very close to your father?
No.
No?
Not anymore.
And why is that?
We just grew apart, we changed.
Do you want to have children someday?
No. I don't want to bring children into the world.
Thank you. Juror number 2. Have you ever lied?
No. No, I'm a very honest man.
So you consider yourself a person of integrity?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
I sell paper.
And do you enjoy that?
Very much so, yes.
Why is paper important?
Well, we write on it. Ever getting a letter in the mail? Like, that's paper. The world runs on paper. I love to sell paper.
Juror number 11. Are you an American citizen?
I am not.
And how long have you been in the United States?
I have been here for 4 years now.
And why did you emigrate here?
My country is a war-torn country. We have awful government that take advantage of the people. We have no opportunity. I come here to America to change that for me and my family.
How do you want to be remembered?
As a good father, someone who sacrificed for the greater good for our family.
Thank you. Juror number 10. What's your greatest fear?
Dying.
And why are you preoccupied with the thought of death?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm scared of it, but I don't think about it much.
What do you think your greatest achievement in life has been thus far?
Not dying. Staying alive this song, making it work.
What are you going to miss most?
Nothing really.
Thank you. Do you believe that the defendant is guilty?
I believe so. Yeah, without a doubt.
No doubts. Do you feel that you are a fair and honest person?
I would have to say yes. Yeah.
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you in your life?
Probably when my parents passed away.
How do you want to be remembered?
Like I did enough for the people around me, as long as I was able to put bread on the table for my family, at least.
What matters the most to you?
What matters most? I have to say probably my cars, you know. I have a solid collection, you know. I hope my kids can inherit it one day, you know, my Ferrari, the Porsche. BMW is kind of a throwaway, I don't really mind. But my cars, yeah.
Okay. And do you love your wife?
I mean, I don't really believe in love, to be honest with you. I think it's more of a status thing. I like having a wife. Love, I'm not too sure though, kind of shaky.
Okay. Have you always been this way? Have you always felt that way about love?
Yes, I think I've always been correct. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Juror number 3. You seem to have a very incisive mind. Do you always question things so deeply?
What kind of question is that? Obviously, I mean, everyone does. I mean, obviously, I not really like everybody else, but I think I'm more straightforward. I just usually choose the right decision most of the time. People usually mess up their life in some way, you know. I can never be like a homeless person or something like that. Like, I feel like they don't really try as much, you know. I feel like me, I couldn't be like that because I don't know. I work really hard. I've worked really hard to put myself here, so yeah. Is that all?
What sacrifices have you made in your life?
Sacrifices, I mean, my mind, honestly, like, you have to have a really strong mind to do what I do, so.
And how do you want to be remembered?
I feel like people will remember me as like this kind of larger than life.
Juror number 4. What are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of my 6 kids.
Has it been tough being here and not being there not being home to take care of them?
No, because they're grown and they're very well off, and I value money, and they're very successful. All 6 of them are, I can't even think because it's amazing. They're heart surgeons.
Wow. So,
Saving lives.
okay. What do you value most in the world?
My 6 kids being successful.
Okay. And how do you want to be remembered?
That my 6 kids were successful.
What's your favorite childhood memory?
I would have to say it was when me and my childhood best friend snuck into one of those high-end fashion stores. It was actually Chanel, but don't tell anyone it was Chanel because we might have taken something. But yeah, it was really fun because we could see. Basically, that was when I decided, you know, that's the life I want to live. I want to get up there some way where I could go into the store and just buy whatever I want, where I don't have to get like called out because I'm wearing Crocs or whatever.
So being successful is important to you?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't get here just by like going with the flow. I decided what I wanted to go after and I went after it. And you know, so what if I have to put on, you know, a happy, cheery face, you know, to get investors or whatever, you know, it's just got to be done, so.
Number 9, juror number 9. What's the most important thing that you value in your life?
My family. My grandchildren.
And what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you in your life?
Probably losing my mother young. And trying to make her proud since then.
And how do you want to be remembered?
I just want to make a difference in my children's lives.